Houston. What up, YouTube? Loyal to Houston coming at you with a video, also known as LTH. Coming at you with a Friday morning video, 7:13 to buy your city win here. So, Sunday night, Houston's going to be wearing their all-white uniforms, while the Chicago Bears, who's coming to town, is going to be wearing their orange alternates, which are pretty nice, by the way, along with their orange helmets. So, both Bears and Texans coming off hard-fought wins. The Bears winning with their defense in crunch time, even though the Bears' offense didn't do a lot, but their defense and special teams is what carried them. While Houston, on the other hand, Joe Mixon, did his thing. And then Stroud, could have had a little more passing yards than he had. Heading out under through Tank Dell for one. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I'm not a fan of that. But let's move on. Just like they stole one versus Tennessee, Chicago's gonna look to try to steal one in Houston as the Texans host the Chicago Bears in H-Town for their home opener, in which I would love to go, by the way, but it is what it is. But we'll be tuned in for sure. So I want to go for some offensive keys and defensive keys to this game as well on both sides of the Texans, because the Bears are going to do everything they can to try to make the Texans one-dimensional, starting with their high-flying defense, which contains Tremont Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Josh Sweat, along with their front four, which is pretty vicious. And the secondary, Jalen Johnson, he nice, one of their playmakers. Correct me if I'm possibly wrong, but they're going to do everything. The Bears offense pretty talented too, even though they're dealing with some injuries, but I say their defense gonna be their key to try to slow down this Texans offense. Such as, forcing turnovers, which one of them could be game changing. So let me start off with the offensive keys to what the Texans got to do. Of course, let the receivers cook. Protect CJ Stroud for one, and along with offensive patience is everything. And of course, Joe Mixon got to pick up where he left off. Starting with patience, because like I said in that Colts recap video, would have had 2-3 touchdowns if not for the defenders making TD saving tackles. So gotta let Joe Mixon be Joe Mixon. Open up hole, there's a gap in the hole, you got to run up there. And of course, the play calling, got to be on point on offense. Let Stroud cook, let the receivers and tight ends eat as well. Even though they could be without Dalton Schultz, which leads to me saying it's Brevin Jordan and Cade Stover's time if Dalton Schultz cannot go this Sunday night. As they say, next man up. So, and of course, you got to win the time of possession and protect the ball. Because, like I say, the Bears will do everything they can to try to not only make the Texans one-dimensional, but, of course, force some pivotal turnovers. If it means potentially giving the Bears short field, which they can afford to happen. Like, for example, look at what happened with Tua last night on Monday Night Football. Threw 3 picks, including the pick 6, which was pivotal before leaving the game with another concussion. So, goes to show you turnovers can and will haunt you during games. And I'll go ahead and say this. Yeah, mistakes, don't win you a lot of games, but sometimes it could be better to make mistakes early than later on down the road, especially late in games, because late committed turnovers will kill you, along with boneheaded penalties, which can be a drive killing, by the way, such as false starts and holding. I mean, you name it, and yeah, Stroud was sacked 4 times, but 3 to 4 times Stroud was sacked was in the first half versus that Colts front seven, that D line, which is vicious, by the way. So, and only sacked once in the second half. So the offense protected better in that second half, but the offense, the O line, got to protect Stroud throughout most of the games, because the the most sacks they can allow is, I'll say, about three, in the, three in the minimum, I will say. So yeah, protect CJ Stroud, and be smart with the rock. If you know it's not there and danger taking the sack, throw it away, because that's how allowed sacks get cut down. Yeah. So now on the defensive side, gotta make Caleb Williams uncomfortable in that pocket, because give him time to throw or run with the rock. Yeah, he can hurt you in many ways. Similar to how AR and Lamar Jackson tends to hurt opposing defenses with his legs when you leave him that much room to run. But gotta make Caleb uncomfortable and make him beat you going with his arm on and only his arm. Like defense, like just gotta play smart defense. Don't make any dumb mistakes such as dumb penalties. Dumb boneheaded penalties that could give opposing offenses extra chances. And also force them into quick 3-and-outs too, which can be key. Because last thing they want is to be on the field for too long. And I gotta say, the Bears got some run, just like the Colts. The Bears got runners too. So of course you gotta stop them. Gotta be able to stop the run, because can't stop the run, you in some trouble, big time. And I get it. The Bears have won the last 2 meetings versus Houston, which was 2020 and 2022. And the 2020 meeting in Chi-Town was they got beat down. And of course in 2022, Davis Mills threw that pick, which led to the Bears winning the game on a field goal. And so different team, like they say, different team, different year. And I got to say, this could be pretty fun to watch, and Henry told got to keep doing this, holding it down. And the pass coverage got to be better too, as along with that secondary, because Jimmy Ward, and because there were times that Jimmy Ward got burnt like toast, and of course Houston gave up 3 big bombs, and 2 of them were for touchdowns last week. So gotta cut down on that, avoid giving away big plays, because Caleb Williams will not hesitate to chunk that football. Hell, any elite quarterback will launch that football. It's just that the secondary's got to be aware and ready at all times. So if they can do that, they should have no problems handling business on defense at all. Because if they can't stop the big plays through the air, it's gonna be a long day for that secondary. Hell, even for the Texans team all above, since it could eventually affect the team as well. So, win the turnover battle, win the time of possession, and score touchdowns. Score touchdowns for sure. I mean, yeah, field goals okay, but I like touchdowns better for sure. So, like I say, Cade Stover and Brevin Jordan's time, if Dalton Schultz can't go. So let's see. Let's see what this Sunday night brings for sure. So, oh, and want to give a shout out to APW Sports for sure. You know, gonna drop the link to the description for his channel. So shout out to you, APW Sports. And I gotta say, if you watch this, definitely looking forward to it to see what this Sunday night brings. So yeah, that's about all I got. And of course, to my next video, let's go Houston, Texans. Let's go handle business in our home opener. Let's get it.